From East Molesey in Surrey, Victor.
It may look like a wind-up go-kart, but this tubular steel frame, aluminium and steel-plated armoured V-shaped robot has weapons driven by a motorbike starter, and the lawnmower blade can be replaced by a formidable flail.
From Dartford Girls Grammar School, Nepal.
The veteran fighters from the First Wars, the girls are back with the flame-coloured napalm. A 15-mile-an-hour top speed's a fair lick. It can push its own weight, and the chainsaw has a 16-inch blade.
From Burgess Hill in West Sussex, Pandemonium.
Owner Pete Collier once built a go-kart with shaky wheels. He went to France to buy these to create Pandemonium. The outer coating's expanding foam polypropylene. Watch out for the two cold chisel ramming spikes.
From the Thomas Hardy School in Dorchester, Demolition Demon.
Powered by two wheelchair motors donated by Dorset County Council, armoured with a galvanised finish, its grinding disc is powered by a 22-horsepower motor.
From St Leonard's-on-Sea, Mace.
An aluminium armour plating and steel roll cage protects Mace, driven by wheelchair motors. Watch out for the 2,000 RPM high-speed flail and the electric lifting ram, which can hoist an 18-stone man.
From Guildford, Wheelosaurus.
From an ancient age comes Peter Gibson's magnificent creation. The wheels come from a Victorian pram. The chassis, what little there is, scavenged from a scaffolding pole, and its gyro-stabilising device comes from a helicopter. It can spin and turn very quickly.
From Worthing, Tantrum.
Another wheelchair motorised war machine. Its 25mm diameter sharpened steel flail rotates at 1,000 RPM. It has a spring-loaded rear ramming bumper. Roboteer Chris Weeks used to build pine beds. They always collapsed.
From Ipswich, Chaos.
The creators of Robot the Bruce and the First Wars are back recycling their dead metal. Its front ram, originally part of a Phantom jet nose gear, this bot is seeded 6th for the series craze.
From High Wycombe, Challenger.
With its sleek lines and Ferrari dashing red, waspish yellow and black stripes, Challenger's weapons include an angle grinder disc, stainless steel spikes, driven by its own customised gearbox, weighs in at 74 kilos, second lightest in the rounds. Will that be costly?
From Cambridge, Mortis.
Back again from the First Wars, controversially eliminated before really leaving the trenches. This team mean for revenge and seeded 2nd for this series. With the titanium Kevlar laminated shell, the martial art Tanto blade is powerful enough to rip up roads.
From London, Oblivion.
Oblivion, powered by Sinclair C5 motors, has front prongs made from hardened steel. A Trinity School project, but should they have added more weight, it's the lightest in the field at 58.7 kilos. Second fastest at 12 miles an hour, and can still carry on motoring even if it's knocked on its head.
From Nuneaton, Dreadnought.
Another First Wars veteran is back, and with improved weaponry. Fantastically frightening forklifts can lift up to 70 kilos. It has directional change relays. The original wheelchair motors were a bargain. The improvements, £200. Will it prove money well spent for the yellow and black bubble?
From the University of Reading, Griffin.
Griffin looks like a moving video cassette recorder, but look for the fast-forward button. At 19 mph, no one can match that thrust. Its lifting arm is powered by linear actuators. To you and me and you, Craig, that means electronic pistons.
From Bournemouth, Razor.
A lethal scorpion-tailed robot. And that tail can crush with the pressure of 9 tons. It can turn in tight corners, it's nippy, it's driven by 2 Golf Caddy motors, and this can make a few holes in one.
From Leeds, Millyanne Bug.
Millyanne is a Yorkshire lass. Each of her body sections driven independently by 6 12-volt batteries. The blade and mandibles can gnaw and nibble. This robot could be more dangerous than the Millennium Bug.
From Aylesbury in Buckinghamshire, Inquisitor.
A 6-wheel drive stealth bomber lookalike with chainsaw, spikes, a flail and aluminium body shell, a little like roboteer Gavin Hatton, who once took part in a Mr. Great Britain bodybuilding competition.
From Gloucester, the Body Hammer.
Seeded 3rd for this series and returning from the First Wars when it was copper-coloured. It's armour-plated, and in addition to that saw, it has a flipper salvaged from a garden rotavator.
From Hemel Hempstead, Behemoth.
The Tiger Stripe pneumatic scoop gives Behemoth its distinctive look. That weapon powered by carbon dioxide from a soda stream bottle. Its shell is of Dexian, that's used for office shelving. This is a father and son team.
From Enfield in Middlesex, Elvis.
The king is still alive. Not even the first wars could finish him off. It could be lift-off for Elvis too. The 3mm thick shell rises up and down pneumatically, and a lifting mechanism under the cape can throw 50 kilos. How much do you weigh, Craig?
From Huddersfield, Spin Doctor.
Named by the university student team because it can spin on the spot. It took 4 months to build. The second lightest in the heat at 66.6 kilos. The main danger will come from the 20-inch rear chainsaw and snowplow.
From Bromley in Kent, Kilotron.
Seeded 4th for this series, grand finalists from First Wars, driven by an aircraft fitter and an engineer. The pickaxe is the same as last year. The shell is orange, not pink this time round, made of a modified wheelie bin lid.
From Darwen in Lancashire, Shumi.
Looks like a black coffin lid to bring doom and gloom to opponents. Engineer Pocock and fitter Turnbull are Formula One fans. That's why they've named Shumi after the great Michael Schumacher. It's nippy at 30 miles an hour.
From Bicester in Oxfordshire, Aurak.
Peter Reynolds has built a kit car before. This looks like a kit cart, but the two 12-inch hardened steel front chisels and 9-inch cutting disc, powered by 2 electric car window motors, could make Aurak more than a bit part player.
From Newport, Disruptor.
A 4-wheel drive machine with a 25cc petrol engine for the weaponry, a 9-inch circular saw and a movable arm. At 82.1 kilos, it's the heaviest bot in the field. Captain Anthony Lockwood once built a hang glider out of scaffolding and tarpaulin and made his sister test it.
From Romford, Corporal Punishment.
4 12-volt batteries power the electric motor, a 2-wheel drive with a 0 turning circle. Designer builder Adam Clark had Vector of Armageddon in the First Wars, which got stuck early on. The front lifting scoop will double as a ramming device. It only costs £50 to build.
From Cumbran, Panic Attack.
Coming to my parlour, says the Spider to the flying machines all around it. The 12-inch long hardened steel spikes can ram and lift a ton in weight. The 4-wheel drive gives it a 0-degree turning circle. The shell's aluminium. The Spiders were designed by a Year 7 pupil.
From Cranfield University, Ron.
It took 10 weeks to build this war machine. Its 4 drills, 3mm circular saw and 4 saw cutters look menacing. It's even drilled a hole in a fridge door in training. The motors from a Kawasaki motorcycle can generate 9 miles an hour, and it certainly do run, Ron. Do run, Ron.